How's everybody feeling out there tonight? Do we have any love in the building? Team love in the building? What up? Just a couple of y'all. All right.
So what's going on, guys? What brings you guys together right now is this Let's Get It campaign, which
We're always together.
Yep. It's been years. But, the Let's Get It campaign, let's talk about, why that's the perfect catchphrase. I mean, the phrase Let's Get It is a classic Diddy bad boy phrase for those that don't know. So let's bring us back a little bit and, what does Let's Get It mean?
That right there is the rallying cry to all hustlers, all entrepreneurs, all go-getters. And, if that's said, they know what time it is. But, I've been going through a transformation over the last couple of years. And, I started going from me to we. And I started realizing that the power that I had just wasn't for me. And that it's about empowering other people and being that platform. So the whole evolution of going from me to we, and then wanting to tell the stories of DJ Khaled or French Montana or myself, how we came up and, our different humble beginnings, and how we worked hard to get to where we're at, and how we're proud of that, and how we're here to inspire other people that want to do the same thing.
Right. And Let's Get It is going to be a short film talking about some of your come up, but also the come up of Khaled, Montana, and some other young entrepreneurs that you guys have been inspiring. But, inspiration has been a huge part of what you've been doing recently, Khaled, just, really through your whole career, but especially now on Snapchat. That's like, people look at that every day to wake up and basically motivate them to go to work. So,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to inspire?
I like that.
To inspire people. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it feels great that people are inspired. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on Snapchat or through my music, or if I'm on a concert, or if you know me personally, man, I'm just being me. I'm being Khaled. And I think that's the #1 key, is to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? We so blessed. We got life. God has blessed us. And the key is to be yourself. We all cool. You know what I'm saying? And every day, you know what I'm saying, I have I remember list. And it's a weird list, because, it's a list of me remembering the storms I went through. You know what I'm saying? I remind myself every day, like, I'm sitting here with Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here with Puff Daddy, the icon Puff Daddy. And I remember when I had his picture, and Biggie's picture hung up in my garage, and, you know what I'm saying, dreams come true, but more importantly, hard work pays off. I ain't give up. You know what I'm saying? It was from getting a drop from Puff Daddy to now being, partners with Puff Daddy and different ventures, and just being a good friend and going to his house, having dinner, and, and just calling him for inspiration or motivational talk. So what I'm saying is, like, I ain't give up and I ain't surrendering. I know my fans see that, and it's inspiring, because, you know what I'm saying, if you fall, you're supposed to just get up. You know what I'm saying? Just get up. And like Puff said, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right to it.
So Diddy, what do you use to stay motivated every day? You're a man that doesn't sleep, with so many different businesses, so many things going on. How do you, stay getting it, basically?
Like this past year, I was so happy that DJ Khaled jumped on the scene as far as with a Snapchat, because I was going through like a uninspirational time, and then I hit Snapchat one day and he just woke me up, and that's, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what it is. Like, sometimes we be treading in that darkness, or you be uninspired, and so that love that at the end of the day that he gives, or just seeing was just all the positivity that goes on. Anything that's out there that's positive, that's gonna inspire me. But for he came right on time for me, because I wasn't feeling a lot of music. I was just like, what am I gonna do now? And then I saw his Snapchat. I was like, yeah, yo, Khaled, I'm back in the game now, right? And I was telling Khaled backstage, like, I told him I was going to get back in the game, and I'm performing at Madison Square Garden, September 4th, next week. You're all invited. We just dropped. I mean, Apple Cîroc was the #1 variant, the #1 release in the whole spirits industry last year. Give a round of applause for that. And that's due to DJ Khaled, of course. And and we just dropped Mango and Mango Loco.
They on that mango vibe.
And last but not least, this morning I just opened up a school in my old neighborhood in Harlem. Yeah. And so Khaled knows, like he lifted me up, and like we all need that. And that's why I started the Team Love movement, where we just put out positive vibrations, because everybody needs to be lifted up. Every day is a different day, and it's important. So the things that inspire me are like my friends and my family, but that's a personal story of how I needed to.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
So bring it back to the first time you guys met like that. The first time you guys met.
I mean, well, the first time I mean, Puff didn't know me then, but the first time I seen and met Puff as a young DJ was at Jack the Rapper. Jack the Rapper, and I got a drop for my tape from Puff and Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first time I met him, like shook his hand, took a picture, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And then, in Miami, I've been on the radio for over like 15, almost 20 years. And, Puff, that's his second home. And Puff would always come out there, and he would always show me love and embrace me in my DJ career, you know what I'm saying? And we just end up building a big relationship. And throughout our other friends, you know what I'm saying, that he know and I know, we always, cross paths. And then, I end up making it to his crib and having dinner and making records together and, becoming, real good friends. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget a moment, though. Puff throws a New Year's party once in a while in Miami, and it's real big. It's real big. The whole world comes down for it, and everybody wants to go to Puff's New Year's party. And he was giving out awards, and he gave me an award, like, I say it's probably like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he gave me an award for Hustler of the Year at his New Year's party. You know what I'm saying? That was, like, huge for me, because that's Puff Daddy, the ultimate hustler. And at the same time, it's not the DJ Khaled that you know today, meaning as in on a super national platform, which I thank y'all for supporting me. But it was like a big accomplishment for me because, all the stars is in one building at Puff's crib. I don't know if you ever been to a Puff party. The Cîroc on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? But so you know what I mean? Just to get that acknowledgement for him to stop the party and say, yo, Khaled, I'm giving you the Hustler of the Year award. You know what I'm saying? Right there, I walked out the crib telling my lady, like, Ma, you with the Hustler of the Year, Ma. You better hold on tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm inspired. You know what I'm saying? I just told Aaron that I work with Puff just now backstage, and I don't get nervous about nothing. I'm, like, fearless. I'm a lion. But I just told Aaron I'm a little nervous when I'm around Puff because he been my idol for so many years and an inspiration as a hustler. It's like I fall back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's I'm being honest. We have an honest talk. Aaron, did I just tell you that? I just told her that right there. Like, yo, this guy got me. I would have came on there with a suit. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Like, I'm sweating. You know what I mean? But it's love.
Puff, who makes you nervous?
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta think. I'm not trying to act like there's things that get me nervous. I don't know, like if a person would get me nervous.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep it calm and collected.
Okay, who we got time? Who?
Obama, Stevie Wonder, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, I can't. Nah, definitely not that, B. Yeah. Nah, that nobody's, Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should be nervous. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I'm
That might be a major key.
Somebody that makes me nervous.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
No. Hey, Got to answer honestly. Khaled, tell us, of course you are a notorious, infamous gardener, as we all know, fans on your Snapchat, right? So this is Cîroc Mango, and we do have a bottle up here on stage. I think it's hidden back there somewhere, and there we go, the mango loco. But why, do you have a mango tree?
Yeah, I love
in the infamous
mangoes.
garden? That's the question. That's the question.
So when Puff and his team came while they was creating this amazing drink, and I got a chance to taste it before it came out, and as soon as I took a sip, I was like, mango, why not? Like, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like a vibe, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how I felt when I tasted this mango. I'm like,
that's
why
how
not?
his brain thinks, though.
You know what I'm
Mango,
saying?
why not?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Makes perfect sense.
and so not just because Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying, it created an amazing drink for us to celebrate success, and we obviously do everything responsibly. That's why we're here on this stage and we're blessed and we're successful, is because we do everything cautious and responsibly. But at the same time, it's like, it's inspiring to see our people be some of the biggest entrepreneurs, and the key is to support us. You know what I'm saying? And
Talk that talk.
now, and it's real, because my whole career has been based on support. You know what I'm saying? My albums, you know what I'm saying? I don't rap, I don't sing, and if I did rap, it'd be a problem because they ain't gonna outwork me. You know what I'm saying? But, it takes artists and my vision and their greatness and my greatness to be a producer to put these albums together, and that's support. They ain't gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to support each other, and that's why I'm happy to be here to celebrate success and have mango, why not? And you know what I'm saying? And that is that. Ain't nothing else out there is better than this. You know what I'm saying? And we blessed to make the best and the greatest. We the flyest. We set trends.
So, being that this is all about inspiring young entrepreneurs, who inspired you guys when you guys were young entrepreneurs?
I mean, for me, it was Russell Simmons and, Andre Harrell and Berry Gordy. Those are the ones I really looked up to.
Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Russell Simmons, Berry Gordy, Quincy Jones, you know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? God, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I got to talk about the Bad Boy reunion tour, because, I saw that in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, and it was just mind-blowing, a time machine. How did you manage to get all these people together? I mean, we're talking about Kim, Faith, French, 112. I'm forgetting like 10 other people. So
Yeah, I mean, it was just time. We did the BET awards when I fell in a hole, but I got back up and I kept dancing.
That's right.
Yeah, but I mean, the vibe was there, and we had an overwhelming response, and people wanted to see it. So we just came up with this thing that we do it one time and one time only, make it special, make it rare, and so everybody signed on, and we start in Chicago this Thursday, and we'll be in New York, as I said, on the 4th, and it's really history. I'm up there, but it's like at the same time, I'm hearing all these songs that have affected my life, just like, to anybody out there that follows us, these songs have a different connection than maybe some song that you may hear, you may like. This song is like embedded into these songs are embedded into your heart, and into your emotions. And to see them all be performed on one stage, it's really overwhelming. It's really overwhelming, and it's one of the greatest times ever, especially if you like records from the, music from the 90s, you like Bad Boy. I mean, it's the ultimate show. So make sure y'all come out.
Khaled, what's your favorite Bad Boy song? I mean, if you can name one. You can name three,
It's
five.
too many, but I do have a favorite one. I would say Victory. That record right there is like, it's like my, like, yeah, it's my theme. It's like even when it's not on, when I'm walking them streets, I feel like it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a vibe. Anyone, Tyson, Joe, like it's too the Puff intro is like, you know what I'm saying, the hook, the beat, that's what you call perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's flawless. That's like, man, that's unbelievable record.
And 20 plus years later since Bad Boy started, when you guys hear music today, how do you hear the influence of Bad Boy in today's music?
You mean today?
2016, 2015.
Just in, I don't know if I really hear a lot of the same thing going on today. I think that everything has its wave, and that was a special time. And not trying to be cocky, but there's no music that sounds like Bad Boy music, And but I think the thing that inspired people was the Bad Boy culture of wanting to be able to do something for yourself and represent your sound. So it may not sound like a Bad Boy sound, but the swag and the confidence, is that right there. That's Bad Boy. That has the influences. Yeah.
And 20 years later, we see so many hip hop artists. They have their own labels. They're operating independently. Even if they are on a label, they're kind of doing their thing, dropping a surprise album out of nowhere. Beyonce, we have Chance the Rapper, not signing a deal. Some of that. Do you think some of those people are inspired by the success, the groundbreaking success of Bad Boy?
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt, I think we laid down the blueprint to be fearless when it comes to knowing who we are. Um, you know, all of our deals help to push the industry forward, and were always like groundbreaking. And I feel we empowered a generation to believe that they could do it, and they don't need nobody but themselves if they really, 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 really believe in themselves. And once the whole digital age came across, you know, that was the Bad Boy babies that started making records, out of their garage bands and started becoming famous.
Yep. And you're in that tour, there's so many songs and so many highlights. What is, if you can choose one, what's your favorite moment in that show? Because there's just so many hits.
Yeah, I think when Mace comes out, the Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, I just feel like a kid. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is me, and I'm up here, and this is Puff and Mace, and this record sounds so crazy right now. That's what I'm saying in my head, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe, like, we're rocking the Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, and how crazy it sounds, and everybody's rocking. So once I know I get my partner beside me, then we just keep on going.
Now, years before all this, before you guys became so successful, what was, your first day job, the very beginning of the hustle for each of you guys?
My first day job besides music.
Yeah, sure. Or even like the first or the worst.
I mean, my whole life has been music. You know what I'm saying? Coming, straight in the garage, turntables, beat machine, and a bunch of records. But when I was young, you know what I'm saying, how to, survive, meaning as in become a man financially, to figure it out until the music connected with the streets. So, I used to work at Shoney's as a busboy. I used to work at Champ Sports. I used to sell clothes out the back of my car. I used to sell tapes out the back of my car. I used to do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, just to get that bag to fund my music career and my vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I used to come to New York, go to Rock and Soul, get my vinyl. You know what I'm saying? My drum machine costs money. Every time they upgraded a new equipment, I needed it. You know what I'm saying? So, until I got that going, I started throwing my own parties. Used to charge people $5 to get in. You know what I'm saying? $3 for a soda. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And them parties was classic.
Once you get them in for $5, that $3 for a soda is easy.
Yeah,
They're not even paying
no.
attention.
I'm gonna be honest. We had the AC off and everything.
Oh, you got to do it. That was one of my old Howard tricks.
And the thing is that it used to be like in little warehouses or like like it was like weird spots, but it'd be ram pack and it just kept growing and the word of mouth started kicking in. You know what I'm saying? And making from $100 a week to $200 a week. Then when I started getting to that $1,000 a week, I was like, oh man, it's on now. You know what I'm saying? And the money I made from Champs and Shoney's and the clock-in jobs, I saved that. You know what I'm saying? I saved that, that little $200 check after taxes, take all that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I still don't understand it. But
50% is very easy to understand.
Yeah.
Just take half. They take half.
And like that.
What about you, Diddy?
Okay, yeah. My first job, I got a paper route when I was 12. Yeah. I wasn't allowed to get one, but my next door neighbor who was going to college was about to leave, and I said, if you let me deliver the papers, I'll send you 50% of the profits. And he was like, I'm down with that. And then I started franchising that thing. I had like 4 or 5 paper routes. I worked in a Mexican restaurant. I was a busboy, El Torito. Yeah, me. I worked at Macy's. I was a cashier. And I also, during the heat wave, was a gas station attendant who had to clean the dirty bathrooms. And I would have my bathroom so clean that I would just play a trick on people. They would say, "Where's the bathroom?" I'd be like, "Right over there." And then when they would go in there, it would be impeccable. And they would come out and they were like, who cleaned that bathroom? And it was just things like that I just had. I had that pride that I wanted to, whatever I was going to do, I was going to do it great, Yeah.
This is going to be the last question before we get into the audience Q&A.
And I was a doorman at JW Marriott.
And I forgot one thing. I was a ball boy too. I got to see Michael Jordan, Max Johnson. Even though I had to wipe the sweat off the floor and all that, but I got to experience that. And I used to give them tapes, mixtapes, the Charles Barkley and all that. I don't know if they remember. I was a kid and as a ball boy. That was a fun job.
That's amazing. So, it's two of the most successful people in hip-hop. Through all your years on this earth, have you guys ever played yourselves? Ever?
All the time. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're human beings, and we may act like we cool, but we goofy. We say things that maybe aren't supposed to be said. We play ourselves, and it's just life. At least I play myself. I don't know about you.
Nah, we all human. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we learn off our own mistakes. And I think that's the key, you know what I'm saying, when you can learn off your own mistake or see another mistake that should be done. But you shouldn't be, how can I say, what's that word? Yeah, like punished for if you played yourself, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
You just played yourself.
Yeah,
Get up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But we all human, man. There's certain things that we might make mistakes on, but I believe in forgiving and learning. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, sometimes, you don't want to forgive, you know what I'm saying, in life, but sometimes you can forgive and doesn't mean you have to stand beside it every day. You see what I'm saying? It's just a peaceful, nothing but love, and throw the peace sign up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. All right, we're going to take it to the audience now with some questions.
Hi, I'm a little bit nervous, but thank you both for coming in. My question is, Cîroc being a French brand, I was wondering, from Mr. Diddy, how did you know that you wanted to get involved in the alcohol business?
Oh, okay. I had this dream that you would wake up in the morning, you would wake up to your alarm clock, and you'd wake up to a Bad Boy record. Then you would get in the shower, get out of the shower, put some Sean John Unforgivable cologne on, put on some Sean John, go to work at maybe one of the many companies at Combs Enterprises. then you would also go home and you would get with your girl. Y'all would go out that night, and you would go to you put on some Sean John. You would go to a club. No, but before you went to do that, you would watch one of many of our television shows, and you'd probably be a little late to the club. Then you get to the club, and you'd hear all our records. But I was like, there's something missing, and we needed. I always wanted a spirit. I always wanted a vodka. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous. Like after Armadale, I was like, "Dang, this is looking like it's hard." But once I had got with Diageo, they the #1 in the game, so it was like the plug. So I had no fear. I told them like I could flip this. Give me this right here, because it was something. It was a brand that wasn't really doing well. It wasn't getting the right exposure, but I knew it tasted good, and I just knew that's all I needed. Like, as long as the product is good, I could move it. I could sell it. I could make you enjoy it and love it as long as it's good and it's quality. And I'm not just talking about alcohol, just anything. I just think I know how to support and market things that are very good. And so the basis of anything I do is great product. It's great product. But I got an opportunity because there was a brand. Sometimes an opportunity, if something's not doing good, you get an opportunity. It wasn't doing good, and we took it from like 40,000 cases to 2 million cases. Oh, yeah, and it's 3 million cases worldwide right now, too. Thank y'all.
Are we going to take one more question?
Hi guys, I'm over here. It is like an honor to be even like talking to you guys right now. Like I want to cry, but anyway, I'm not gonna cry. So I have 2 questions. My first question is for you, Diddy. What is the next flavor gonna be for Cîroc? And for both of you, what was it like working with Nostradamus, aka?
Yeah. I mean, right now, that's really, really highly under wraps. But we have this new flavor called mango. You know what I'm saying?
Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun.
And we are in a very competitive. Like they actually, like almost got Watergated, man. They actually tried to break in and find out what the new flavor was. They have these bootleg brands out there, and I recognize the hustle. I'm not mad at it. But it's just like they want to know what the next flavor is. And now it's mango, and they just fucked up because they didn't get no mangoes. I bought all the mangoes all over the world. Mango Loco. Mango Loco. What was your next question?
I think it was working with Nas.
Yeah, what was it like working with Nas?
Man, greatest rappers in the world. It's like watching a miracle.
Amazing. Nas is like, is like he said, one of the best in the game. It's just amazing, man. Every time I work with him, I'm like, get goosebumps when I hear the vocals, and that's Nas, man. That's Nas, you know what I mean?
And they have a 12-minute like movie video coming out. They just shot in the Bahamas. Everybody look out for that.
Yeah, it's called Nas Album Done.
On Major Key, the new album. Yep. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming out. If you're in Chicago, check out Diddy, the Bad Boy Tour on Thursday, and Khaled. You can find you on Snapchat and everywhere else in the world.
Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Hey, yo, we want to thank all of you guys for supporting us. If it wasn't for y'all, there'd be no us. Thank you very much. Yeah.